Hi there! For today's video, I wanted to show you how to crochet this beautiful top, which I'm calling the Kelly top. And yeah, it turned out so pretty. I made this double ruffle detail, which I have never done before, but it turned out so great. So if you feel like having one, make sure to keep watching and don't forget to subscribe. Okay, so to start this top, you'll need some yarn. I'm using Mighty Stitch worsted weight from We Crochet in the color Oyster, and I'm using my 4.0mm hook. So for this top, you will make two main panels. We are starting with the first one. And for this top, before you begin, you will need a very important measurement, and that is the measurement between one end of your shoulder to the other. I will put up a picture just so you know what to look for, but once you have that measurement, then you can begin. This way you can make your top exactly to your measurements. So first things first, you will do a slip knot, insert your hook, and you can start. This will be a multiple of 6 plus 4. So start your chains until you get to the numbers you need, to your measurement that you just got. Alright, so I ended up with 60 chains plus 4 for myself, and now that I'm going to begin the first round, I'm going to add 3 more chains. And you're going to do your first double crochet on the 4th chain. So yarn over and insert your hook on that 4th chain, so it would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. And do your first double crochet. Do another one in that same chain. Chain 1 and 2 more double crochets in that same chain. And there you have your first shell, okay? So now the next stitch, you're gonna double crochet 2 together. So insert your hook in that next chain. Yarn over, go through 2 loops, yarn over, and insert your hook on the 4th chain. Grab your yarn, yarn over, go through 2 loops, and finally close it off, going through all those 3 loops. Now you can start your next shell on that next chain. You're going to do the same thing, 2 double crochets, chain 1 and 2 more double crochets in that same space. Okay, do the same thing again. The stitch with the double crochets together. So yarn over, going to that next chain, yarn over, go through 2 loops, yarn over, insert your hook on that 4th chain, skipping 3. Yarn over, go through 2 loops, and finish it off going through 3 loops. Okay, so you're gonna keep doing this until you get to the other side, your shell, then that stitch with the double crochets together until you get to the other side. So once you are near the end, you're gonna be left with 3 chains, and you're gonna do 2 double crochets together on that last 2. And there we go. So for the next round, the second round, you're gonna chain 3 and turn around. Now you're gonna do a double crochet right next to the chain 1 space, so on top of the double crochet from the previous round. So on this one, right beside, to the right of that chain. 1 double crochet there. And on that chain 1 space, you're gonna do the same shell you did on the previous round. So 2 double crochets, 1 chain, and 2 more on that same chain 1 space. So for the next stitch, you're going to do almost the same thing as the first round, but for this round, you're skipping stitches, not chains. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, go through 2 loops, and now you're going to skip 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3, and on that 4th one, insert your hook again, yarn over first, yarn over, go through 2 loops, and close it off going through 3 loops. So easy as that. You're going to do the same thing as before here on the chain 1 space. Do your shell. So 2 double crochets, 1 chain, and 2 more double crochets. Okay, easy as that. Again, another double crochet, 2 together, skip 3, and that's it for that round. So keep repeating this until you're almost finished with this round. Once you're almost finished with the round, you're gonna double crochet 2 together, so yarn over, insert your hook on that next stitch, and yarn over and insert it in that chain 3 that you did. Yarn over, go through 2 loops, and finish it off. Okay, easy as that. That is how it's looking. And to start the next round, again, chain 3, one double crochet on the double crochet right next to the chain 1 space on the previous row, just a normal one. And on the chain 1 space, I don't know if you guessed it, but you're gonna make a shell. So 2 double crochets, chain 1, and 2 more double crochets in that same space. And again, 2 double crochets together, skipping 3, so insert your hook in that next stitch, skip 3, insert your hook on the 4th one, and finish it off. Easy as that. Do another shell and so on until you get to the other side. I have reached the other side once again, and you're going to do one final double crochet together. So insert your hook, skip those 2 double crochets, and you're going to go into the chain and finish it off. Okay, so easy as that. You're going to repeat this pattern starting from round 2 and 3. I'm going to put on the description below the exact time where you can see that and go back to. So yeah, I'm going to keep doing this until it covers most of my torso. And yeah, I'm going to see you right once you have the length that you want, or almost the length, because I'm going to block it later. It's going to stretch out. You can stop, and the final row, it's going to be a chain 1 here, turn around, and I'm just simply going to do a row of single crochet. So per stitch and per chain, you're going to do 1 single crochet. This way it's going to be easier to attach it to the other panel. Once you finish your row of single crochet, you can just chain 1 and cut off the yarn, pull it up, and that's it for the panel. But if you want to stretch it out a little bit so it reaches its true length, this is how it sort of looks. So you can see the holes are bigger, it's more stretched out, you can see the detail better versus here. You don't have to do it, but you're gonna use more yarn to reach the length that you want, because here it's longer, okay? So I'm gonna do this to this one, and then I'll start putting it together. Alright, so I have here my 2 panels. They are already blocked and stretched. I will put up a picture just so you know what I did. And right now what we're gonna do is attach them on the shoulder. So you're gonna take your 2 panels, and one side is gonna have the tail here, and the other panel is gonna have it on this side. That way you're gonna have them the same side looking at each other, On this side, I have already attached it. Okay, so to do that, just gonna insert your hook right there in the corner. And the way you will know where to stop attaching your top is you look yourself in the mirror with your panel and mark it with this stitch marker to know where you want to stop. So for myself, it was at 20 stitches in. So that number can change from person to person. I just want to try 20 stitches. If my head doesn't fit through or something, it can happen to you. I'll just take some stitches off. It's all right. So I'm just gonna attach my yarn here and start making single crochets in that same stitch. Okay, make sure that you are going in on the same stitch on both of the sides until you get here, and then you can cut off your yarn. Okay, so once you attach your top at the shoulder part, the next step would be to attach it on the sides, and I did the same thing as the shoulder. I just tried it on and I put my stitch marker maybe like 1 inch down my armpit, and yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. Attach my yarn here and do some single crochets. And in case you're wondering, this is around 11 inches. And again, I'm gonna try it on after I do my single crochets, and if it's too tight, the hole for my arm, I can release some or I can add some. So yeah, this is trial and error, pretty easy to do. So I'm gonna attach this off camera just like I did on the shoulder. Okay, so I have finished putting my top together, and this is how it looks on the right side. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a little detail here for the small sleeve, and I decided I wanted another color, just a little bit of contrast. So I'm gonna attach my yarn where the armpit will go. Just gonna insert my hook right there, and I'm going to bring in my new color. Chain 1, I'm gonna do 1 single crochet in that same space, and now I'm gonna do a lot of single crochets going all the way around until I reach the beginning. On the bigger spaces, I will do 2 single crochets. Once you reach the beginning again, you're gonna slip stitch in that first single crochet you did, chain 3, that counts as a double crochet. And now you're gonna do 2 double crochets every other stitch. So on that next stitch, you're gonna do 2 double crochets, but you're gonna do them on the front loop, and later you're gonna see why. So you're gonna go in on that front loop, okay, and do your double crochet normally. And another one right there. On the next one, just do 1. On the next, 2, and so on. Once you get back here, again, slip stitch on that last chain. Okay, and now you're gonna chain 3. That counts as a double crochet. And for this round, you're just gonna do normal double crochets, 1 per stitch, using both sides of the bee. So go into that next stitch, and just continue doing your double crochets until you reach the other side. Now that I'm back here, I'm gonna slip stitch once again, and for the next round you're gonna do some double crochets with chain 1 spaces. So I'm gonna chain 4, that counts as a double crochet, and 1 chain. I'm gonna skip 1 stitch and I'm gonna do my double crochet on the next. Chain 1, skip 1, and 1 double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, and so on until you finish this round. I have finished this round, and now I'm gonna slip stitch on that 3rd chain. And for the next round, it's gonna be pretty simple. I'm gonna chain 1, and it's gonna be single crochets all the way around. So 1 per double crochet and 1 per chain 1 space. So in that chain 1 space, do 1, and another one on top of the double crochet, and so on until you finish it off. Okay, now I'm back here at the beginning on my row or my last row, and I'm just gonna slip stitch again, chain one, and then you can cut off your yarn. Okay, so that's it for this first detail. Now we're going on to the second part of this, and remember that other loop that you didn't use, now you're gonna use it. So I'm just gonna attach my yarn on one of those loops, and chain three. That counts as a double crochet, and now I'm just gonna start making double crochets on that loop I left out. And this round is gonna be just like the first one here. You're gonna make 2 double crochets every other round. So in that first one I see there, I'm gonna make 2 because the chain 3 counts as 1. And then I'll make 1, and then 2, and so on. So I'm gonna complete this round just like I did with the other, and then I'll make 2 more rows of this, just normal double crochets, no increasing or anything, and then I will do this round. I'm gonna do it off camera because it's the same thing. The only difference is I'm adding another round of double crochets because the detail on the inside is gonna be longer than the one on the outside. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this off. Okay, so I have finished the 3 additional rows after I increased, and this is how it looks. I think it looks so pretty. So now I chain 1 and I can cut off my yarn. And that's it. So I did the other side off camera. I will obviously hide these tails with a needle, but yeah, that's basically it for this top. So that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this top and you enjoy making it. So if you think you enjoy more of my content, make sure to turn on those notifications, and of course, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.